Trinidad and Tobago the kind of place you want it to be. A place where human dignity is respected, where equal rights are accorded to all citizens, where hard work is encouraged and rewarded, and where you, O God, reign supreme. You may be seated.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sandy. A warm and heartfelt good morning to our school principal, Ms. Usha, our senior teacher, Ms. Meru, to all the teachers present, auxiliary staff, OJTs, specially invited guests, parents, and students of the Dog Village Government Primary School. It is with great pleasure I share this delightful day with you all as we celebrate the achievements of our students. We've all worked hard this year. Administration, teachers, parents, students, and all other stakeholders. So believe me when I say it is with great joy we honor those deserving of honoring. Those who have worked hard, who have committed, who were very persistent, who did not relent, we salute you. I would also like to say thank you to all those who encourage and support. You know who you are. I now wish to bring my opening remarks to a close, to give way to showcase those whose diligence guaranteed their success. To begin our program, I'd like to ask you, the beautiful audience, to put your hands together and help me to welcome the students from the Infant Department. They will be doing a poem for us entitled Books. Can you put your hands together, please?
Books. Books to read and books to write. Books to read and color bright. Books of mind and trees are toys. Books for little and books for boys.
Thank you very much, infants. So we'd like to make a slight change in our program to accommodate a student. So if you can just give us a few seconds. So Ms. Hirulal is here with me on stage. She's one of our standard 3 teachers. And we will be making a presentation. And this is going to Syra Khan. She is getting her award for first place in her class. We would like
Things will be great.
they gave us a recipe there. Don't sit in front of the TV so long. Eat your brains. Have faith. They gave us a recipe for us to excel. For those of us who have excelled, I'm sure we can testify that yes, we actually implemented some of those things. So I would like to continue distributing the prizes, and we're going to move on to the standard 1 classes. And I would like to invite Ms. Mahalo to the stage. Udall Village Government Primary Choir. Put your hands together again for them, please. Moving on again with prize giving, gracing us with her presence on stage is one of our hard-working Standard 3 teachers. Miss Gopal, could you?
After me, gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin up with me. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip it with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back with your hips in it. Let's have fun. To the left now. To the right. Now take your left hand and put it on your side. Gonna roll your shoulders, do the slip and slide. This next part's my favorite part, it's time to shine. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with them. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back with your hips in it. It's simple, you can do it. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Now cool down, have a good time. Slide to the left, slide to the right. Do the butterfly, have a good time. Round, round you go. It's time to show out right now. And take to the floor. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with them. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back with your hips in it. Take it down now, take it down now. Take it down now, take it down now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Bring it up now, bring it up now. Take it down now, crisscross. Bring it up now, crisscross. Do whatever you like right here. Just have fun. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with them. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back with your hips in it. That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? That was not so bad. That was not so bad, was it? Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with them. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back with your hips in it.
Thank you. I don't know what you all, but I enjoyed that presentation. Put your hands together again for that, please. So we're gonna have a little change in our program, and I would like to call on Ms. Salandi to do our vote of thanks.
Good morning all. On behalf of the principal and all members of staff, I would like to thank you, the proud parents, for supporting and encouraging your child to excel. Thank you for being part of our program this morning. I would like to thank the students for the excellent and entertaining items that they did. Thank you to all that helped to make this program a success. Last
a very young and hard-working member of our staff. She is our special student aide, Ms. Sinead Redhead. Let us put our hands together and welcome her on stage. Thank you.
A pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen, special invited guests, to the principal and to the graduating class of 2019. Jaron Nurse was born on the 10th of September in the year 1989 to Amanda and Roger Nurse. At just 2 weeks old, he was adopted and raised in Caranage by his godparents, Jennifer and Terrence Thomas. This was a result of his biological father falling victim to substance abuse and abusing his biological mother, who suffered from postpartum depression. At the age of 8 years old, he was drawn to football and performing arts, singing, playing musical instruments such as African drums, the trap set, and steel pan. At age 13, he began to sell. At age 13, despite growing up in a Christian home where his adopted parents took good care of him, he began to sell drugs in school, would often get in fights, and was arrested on 2 occasions. Closer to home, on the 25th of December 2005, Christmas morning, his adopted father, Terrence Thomas, suffered a terrible stroke. Because of this, Jaron decided to stay away from school in order to help his mother, Jennifer, run the family business of a mini-mart, because it was now their only form of income. Jaron began penning songs in his mind and recording them using his webcam and instrumentals from YouTube. He was blessed with the gift of hearing a beat or a rhythm, and within a couple of hours, lyrics for an entire song would flood his mind. He often sang about the issues of life in his community. 2 of the most difficult songs he wrote was called Lick Down for his friend Lyndon, who was robbed and murdered at Movie Town, and another song called More Love in a Caranage, where he had to list the names of his friends and family members who died due to the prevalence of crime in his community. With the increase of violence in Caranage, Jaron has a mandate to change the lives of the young people by sharing his testimony through music. Jaron, whose name means he will sing, he will cry out, is one young man crying out to God with songs like Caranage, More Love in Caranage, and Good Things Can Come from Caranage. In 2014, he was awarded the Counselor's Award from Diego Martin Regional Corporation for his involvement and contributions to his community. He was introduced to the Caribbean islands by Pastor Terrence Baines and toured islands of St. Lucia, Dominic, St. Vincent, Grenada, Guyana, and Antigua, Barbados, Bermuda, St. Kitts, and Jamaica. In April 2016, he received the Barbados Gospel Flame Award for Overseas Artist of the Year and received the Caribbean Gospel Marling Awards for Reggae Vocal Performance of the Year. On the 6th of January 2018, he tied a knot with Nassim Gordon, his high school sweetheart of 10 years. Just 1 day after the wedding, he received the Cillian International Gospel Music Award for the Songwriter of the Year and Breakout Artist. January of 2019, he also received the People's Choice Honorary Award for Ministry from the PRVM Savvy Singers. This young man has a very bright future ahead of him, filled with passion to serve Christ and to have a voice for the youth of this nation. Help me welcome our future speaker for today, Mr. Jaron Nurse.
Welcome. Member of Parliament, Mr. Rudy Anderson, School Principal, Mrs. Usha Madhu-Nanan, former school principals, teachers, former teachers, specially invited guests, parents, and graduating class for 2019, all protocol observed. I greet you all in the wonderful name of Jesus, and I'll never apologize for that, because that is not just what I stand for, but what have me standing. God bless you. Now this speech will be a little weird, because I'm not here to sound intelligent, but I'm here to be understood. And I guess I may have to break some English language protocols, because I believe when dealing with youths, we have to speak youth's language. So I just ask that you'll allow me to do so. And before I do that, often, usually we will speak by and stuff like this. So I just ask if I could sing one song. Make me talk to them, one by them, one. Talk to them, one. My journey, there's one more. What am I going to want you better buy one thing. What I want. Nobody like ready for no shiny one. Say what's your name now? Because you better put it in there. Why can we just live like brother? Let's go one another. Make the old men better. So we don't want to want them neither. Make them buy come out the peer pressure. When everybody wanna be a result. And we don't want this, we don't want this. When you get children like this, they put mama in stress. Then we have much of anyone like this. Spanish was on it. Don't be lost no matter. Telling them we are engaged. Listen what I tell you. We all up in the ghetto. Living in a bad town. We don't need no bad town. Living in a bad town. We don't need no bad town. So it depends what you're making with, but they will lead you to your casket. I know some of them with them by them, tell them this is positive music. Tell them fun and slow and roll. Tell them take it easy. No rise up in where I go. No fell about Britain Jersey. Let me make the old place better. So we know what I want and need that. Make them fight to move them their pressure. Why everybody wanna be a sister? You know what I says, they want risk. When you big chin and want this. They put mama in stress. When me and my children live one lifeless. Just don't feel what's so bad. Telling me we are engaged. And when you listen to what we tell you, we need more love in the ghetto. And sing some positive tune and something. And I'm just like, we don't need no more life. Living in a bad town. We don't need no more. And that's my favorite part. Favorite part is. So let me sing my love, and let me sing my peace. Do my God and run me down the streets. And let me sing my love, let me sing my peace. Do my God and run me down the street. But you know you don't let go punch and go with it. Think that go behind you. And let them buy the up the street. Forget about the air 50. I'm back, wherever my journey, I don't know what will be. Are you comfortable? Yes, comfortable. I'm comfortable now. I'm comfortable now. I'm brave now. And I consider it to be a blessing because that song for the past 3 weeks, #1 song in the country on both secular and gospel stations. And I thank for this year the youth respond because it's geared towards the youth. I'm blessed to see sometimes the attention I get lately by some important people, like media and stuff like that. There's either a newspaper or television locally that I haven't been on since this song. And I say thank you, Jesus, for that. But life wasn't always like that for me. Because I wasn't always being the best me. I came from a place that was very tough. Very tough. Came from a broken home. Let's stop and acknowledge all the fathers that came to graduation. Give them a round of applause. And also all the parents. Give the parents a round of applause. But it wasn't so nice to me. As the bio said, I was adopted from 2 weeks old. But prior to that, I was actually adopted the first day from the hospital as a newborn baby. The people that was in line to be my godparents, the first day I came from the hospital, they came to visit my parents. They were my parents' best friends. So they came to say, let me see who you look like, if you're cute. Those days as a baby, was one of the cutest babies in Ireland. Just saying. So as they came to visit, they had a fight going on between my mom and my dad. You know what my mother used to do? She would pull a couch when my dad is coming, put me behind the couch, push back the couch, and hide everything with a curtain. Why it was like that? My dad was what they would call a vagrant or a piper, as the people say. He was on cocaine. And because of that, he was abusive to my mom. And he would hit anything in his way. So that first day, they took me to a place for carnage. People that was in line to be my godparents, me. First day from the hospital, newborn baby. And as I got to carnage, the people say, you know what, you should carry back that little boy, because that is her firstborn. And they listen to those people and they carry me back. That's the first lesson I want us to learn. That you see how much years ago, people giving people stupid advice. 2 weeks after, they carried me back, they got a phone call. They say, you know what? The neighbor called. He said, you all should come back for that little boy before the father killed him. And to that day till now, I'm adopted, living in carnage because of the fact my dad was on drugs, my mom suffered postpartum syndrome, mentally ill, and still visits. Sometimes, thank God she hasn't been there for a while. So I said I have to say life was tough. And this is what hindered me from being the best me. Got out there and fell in love with a sickness that is worse than any other sickness that no doctor will never find a cure for. And sometimes we're suffering from it and we don't know. It's a sickness that while it's killing you, it make you feel good. I was suffering from a sickness called unforgiveness. Hated my real father. Got out of secondary school struggling to be someone. And this is a slight warning. Going out to secondary school is a whole new different ball game. When it's minded to a ruler, you just might get suspended. Where someone might steal your pencil, someone might use obscene language, someone might steal your phone. Because as life goes on, sometimes the problems get a little bigger. So I struggled in school, fighting to be somebody, fell in love with hate, and unforgiveness invited low self-esteem. So I wanted to be somebody. I tell people secondary school was the intersection in my life, and as a driver, when you reach an intersection and you don't know where you're going, you're just going to get lost. And I got lost in secondary school, following wrong friends. As the song says, watch the friends you're linking with, because some of them just might lead you to your casket. That is still a reality. Started selling marijuana in school to feel like somebody because life was tough. Parents' days was the worst days for me because I couldn't bring my parents to school because I know they would say, how come they don't look like you? How come they're much older than you? So what I used to do is take a walk in the Queen's Park Savannah, and then sometimes when I get in trouble, it had a guy on a taxi stand that I used to hire to come in school and pretend to be my uncle because I was always smart. But then my friends catch my gist and they started to do the same thing and bring the same guy in school to be their uncle. And I say, I know without Much time, the whole school don't wonder well is everybody related. How come this guy is everybody up to? So I had to rest that. Parents' days, the toughest days of my life. Started selling marijuana. To make a quick story out of it. One guy, his name was Billy, he used to purchase it for me in school. At home, sorry. And when I got to school, I gave a guy called George. Because of my anger, I was involved in a lot of fights. Had a bad reputation in school, and we had police in the school, so they would just randomly stop and search me. So I couldn't sell marijuana on my own. So I used to give a guy, as I say, called Billy to buy it in Karen. So when I got to school, I give a guy called George to sell it. One night, thank you Jesus for praying by myself. And that's the kind of friends you just might meet in school. Friends that are not going to take the trouble for themselves. So they just might sink you too. The next day she might leave. She said, if I was a different parent, I'd call the police for you. But I see you as a son. So don't let that lifestyle, and likewise, don't encourage my son in such a lifestyle. To make a long story short, the baby that used to sell it for me, where they come then? Dad, in prison presently for murder. And the George that used to sell it for me, he died. They say two things that design for young men, especially young men in Trinidad. That's what they say. Especially young men where I come from. Either you pass slow in a hearse, or you can pass fast in a prison bus. Two means of transport, but I pray in Jesus' name that will be any new transport. That good things will come from Dow Village Government Primary School, and you will always be the best you that you can be. You are not where you come from. You are not what people say you are. You are what you believe you are. You know that? Sometimes I just get up and look in the mirror like this. You will always do your best, child, in Jesus' name. Sometimes you have to talk to yourself. Because if you don't believe it in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, don't believe in you. If you don't value you, don't expect nobody to raise your price. And you cannot not want to value you and then expect people to value you. You are valuable. Understand me? Life changed for me because as of that day I stopped selling marijuana, but I still suffering from the sickness that was preventing me from being the best me. I got out to America where I met. First time I traveled with a football visa to play. I always love football. And once I got to Florida for the tournament, I flew over to New York by my adopted grandma, right? But you're not listening because it's a little technical. My adopted grandma. And once I was by my adopted grandmother, my biological grandmother apparently lives in America, and I never knew. And she heard that I got there and she wanted to see me. She organized and she came over. She came from New York to Queens. Brooklyn to Queens to see me. And it happened that the day she came to see me was the day I was home alone. And I heard the doorbell ring. And as I looked through the crease of the door, the hate in my hands went like this. Will you come to see me for? All these years in America, Jordan run out from number 1 to 23 and never sent her shoes. Even if you couldn't afford a Jordan, I'm sure you could afford a Reebok Classic. Now you want to see me? No, I get mixed up. I hate you and I hate your son. Those were my exact words to myself. I said, you can ring that doorbell till my kingdom come. She left, she went up higher. As I looked through the glass, I saw the people tell her, you want money like this? She came back and she called me phone. And that was the first time, I was about 18 years, I knew my grandmother's name. I said, you could ring that phone until thy kingdom come. And not come outside. And so happened, God had a bigger plan for my life. My adopted grandmother came and met her outside. And I ran upstairs. I heard the door open. She said, I told him you were coming. She said, Jaron, come, look at your grandmother here. And this is me coming on this way. Grandma, lying to the people I love. Tell them I was asleep. Went around with them, I didn't get to know. Got back to Trinidad where the people that adopted me bought a vehicle for me at age 19. Very nice people. And I told them I was so spoiled and so blessed. I told them I want an ATV, a motorbike, a pocket bike for Christmas. And they said, once you get this one, they will get that. So after one day I went to town, and while I stopped at this traffic light, up came this guy on a motorbike. Happened to be my grandfather. I went down the glass. I said, Roger? I said, Jared? Now that call wasn't a call with the respect or anything. I just wanted him to see what your big your son is. I driving now. Had to be that over 18, and the last time I saw you, I was about 6 years old. The light changed, and he was about to say something, and the hate in my heart, I drove off. I went straight to Carnage by my adopted mother, and I told her, I said, you see the motorbike you wanted to buy for me? Don't bother to buy it. Because I now see my real father, and I see what he does look like on a motorbike. I don't look so. And as much as my son realized the unforgiveness had me turning down my dreams for my life, avoiding me from being the best me that I can be. Long story short, it all began when I started to sing, and in no time I went to a concert in Sanford and Louis, an outing. And as I was there playing cards with my friends and pastor and stuff, the Spirit of God told me this. He said, look at you. Call yourself a gospel singer. But you didn't give your father yet. Look at you, call yourself a good girl, a good boy. But you didn't forgive this person yet. I got my dad number and I called him. And I said, Roger, this is Jaron here. I said, Jaron, I said, I just wanted to tell you that I love you. And I forgive you for everything that was said about me. Everything that people used to see, what you had people say about me, I forgive you and I love you. And he said, you will talk. And I really meant it. And as of that day, I told people the day I forgave my father was the same day that Jesus cleaned up my life. And the same day that he cleaned up my life, he blessed me with a song called Caribbean Christian that messed up my passport. And sometimes I travel all over the world and people just want to hear that one song. Because unforgiveness was keeping me from being the best me. And in my case, it was not forgiveness. What might be your case? It might be low self-esteem. It might be anger.
Yes, sir.
It might be not spending enough time with your books. What is keeping you from being the best you? And I consider myself to be successful lately. Not because I travel the same, not because I have a vehicle that I always wanted, but because I choose to live every day of my life better than the day before. I am my only competition. You are your only competition. I'm not here to be the best, probably, whatever singer, because we are going to choose something that somebody already chose. But what will make your work different? Making sense? So I encourage you to be the best you that you can be. I tell you, my journey is only God alone walks with me. Jesus alone keeps me on to. And this is a quick lesson as I come to a close to the parents. God has blessed me in some weird ways, with some weird messages. And how this went, I have the shoes at home that I really love. It's a type of class that I'm phasing out. But because of my knee injury, I walk bad. So all my shoes grind like this. So before you know it, the shoes, because I walk bad, gonna grind like this. And I was telling my wife, I said, baby, watch your shoes. I said, no, this is my favorite shoes. And there's little meat in my foot in it. I said, but if I was to leave that to my child, which is always good for you to leave things for your kids. Blessed is the child that has his own as well. But it's good for parents to leave things for their children. And I said to my wife, if I was to leave this to my son, and he comes into this world and before you know, he'll fall in love with our shoes. and start learning. Eventually, he would start to walk back because that is how it's shaped. And what God was showing me, as much as that was a physical shoes, spiritually, or in the spiritual lens, be careful how you walk as parents, because there's somebody else coming to walk after you. What will be said about their parents? Hey, your father was a respectable man. Your mother was a God-fearing lady. Your father was punctual. So I encourage you as parents, walk right. And keep in mind that somebody else is coming to walk after you. I implore you to be the best you that you can be. Living every tomorrow better than the day before. And I know you may not be familiar with this, but there's something called a rhetorical question. You know what a rhetorical question? No. But very soon, as you enter primary school, they will introduce you to that. Secondary school. A rhetorical question. You know what a rhetorical question? A rhetorical question is a question to which the answer is known or guided. So for instance, hey, all your dress red. Hey, all the fellas are on tie. You understand? It's like, yeah, that's obvious. You understand? So I'll ask this rhetorical question as I conclude. Can any good thing come from Dow Village Government Primary School? I like your answer. Well, of course. Like it's not any confidence for you with class. Can any good thing come from Dow Village Government Primary School? Well, and that will be left up to you to prove the world wrong, or to prove them right.
Thank you, Mr. Sandy, Mr. Rajkumar, and Ms. Kennedy. Our beloved Member of Parliament has always been a source of inspiration, concern, and help when required. He has always assisted us when called upon and has been there not only for Dow Village Government Primary School, but other schools in the area. He has also been there for the people of the community. So let us all put our hands together as we welcome Mr. Rudy Anderson, our MP for our constituency.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, for today's proceedings, Mrs. Rafina Nehru, Principal of the Dow Village Government Primary School, Mrs. Usha Madhu Nanan, members of the teaching staff and non-teaching staff, featured speaker for today's proceeding, Mr. Jaron Nurse, parents, boys and girls, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant good morning to each and every one of you. I think that I will have to ask the principals of the primary schools in Cuba South to really communicate and coordinate with each other. This is my 5th graduation ceremony for the morning, and also I have a parliamentary sitting to be present for at approximately 1:15, and there are 2 others still. There are one at Karapichaima RC and also at Sibilla Primary School. So Madam Principal, I hope that the principals will get together and one day and not put all the graduation ceremonies on the same day. But more importantly, boys and girls, I was at your school on the eve or before you wrote your examination. So I will not say much to you. But very quickly, to the parents, the future of your child in terms of their continued development is at an important juncture. And I say so because they have already written the examination. And there's nothing that could be changed. And come the 28th of June, you will have to deal with the reality of the results. And when I speak to you not only as a member of parliament, but I speak to you as a parent who has 2 children in the secondary school system. And I want to say to each and every one of you that parenting is not a part-time responsibility. If you are to continue to keep your child focused and hold on to your child, because there will be many challenges beyond Dow Village Government Primary School. And I want to say to you that last night I reached home about 11:30 in the night. Yesterday was my daughter's first day, my eldest daughter, at Upper 6. And I went to her as soon as I reached home to find out, did you meet all your teachers? What was said to you? Did they give you the book list? And did they point a direction to you for the next couple of months? I could have said that I am tired, I wanted to retire to bed because I had to be on the move very early again. And I still find the time to take them to school on a morning. And I want to say to parents, we all have our busy schedules, the challenges of earning a living. Sometimes we have to do more than one responsibility. But I want to tell you that if you are to keep your child focused and unravel their full potential, you have to understand it is 24 hours, it is not part-time, and you cannot hand over or think that the teachers will parent your child and babysit your child. And in addition to that, the devices, we live in the 21st century, and I left my one at the desk. And we love our children, we buy the best for them, iPad, laptop, you name it. But I want to tell you that you need to communicate, you need to embrace, need to know what is happening in your child's life. And in that regard, in my home, nobody could tell me that they want space, they want privacy, they will lock their room, and I cannot come into their room, and I cannot search their school bag, and I cannot go through their phone and their devices and so on. I respect my 2 daughters, I knock on them before I enter the room. But if a child has to lock a door in my house, and if they tell me that they want space and they want privacy, and then I am no longer in charge, and I have surrendered my home to my child. And if you lock the door, you're telling me that I need a search warrant to come into my own home. And parents, we love our children, but in loving our children, do not misunderstand and do not lose what is our responsibility of being in charge. Respect your child, work with your child, understand your child, communicate with your child. And children, your parents have invested much emotionally, financially, and they will continue to give you that support. But always remember, your parents are your parents. And do not lose focus, and do not lose that respect. When you're going to the secondary school, the peer pressure to start. And I just hear all kind of language now. I don't know, no child can call me dog and call me this and call me that. I don't know why all that vocabulary has crept into our homes and our schools and so on. And I want to tell you, children, remain as children to your parents and ensure that your spiritual upbringing continues to be deep and rooted based on the direction that your parents provide to you. May Almighty God continue to bless each and every one of you and continue to remember that in being true ambassadors and flag bearers of the Dow Village Government Primary School, always find the time to give back in effort and kind or in some form and fashion so that Dow Village Government Primary School will continue to be an institution that you are indeed proud of, because I still give back to Caroni Hindu School, I still give back to Hillview College, and I still give back to the University of the West Indies, Cinder Bastille. May Almighty God continue to bless each and every one of you. I thank you.
I would now like to call Ms. Marissa Mahadev to the stage. And as we thank Mr. Indar Singh for his very informative and kind words, we would like to present him with a token of our thanks and gratitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Mahadev. Music is the expression. Thank you, Miss, for your detailed report on our school's success. This we owe to our good leadership, to our hardworking and dedicated staff members, and of course, our cooperating parents. Next on our program, we have our tutor staff rep, a very hardworking and beautiful teacher in our school. She's very giving to the students, and on many a Friday lunchtime, you will see her busy in the staff room making chow for her students. Let us welcome Mrs. Jama Taka to bring greetings from tutor.
Thank you, Miss, for that lovely introduction. Madam Principal, Mrs. Nanan, guest speaker, Mr. Jarvis, graduating class of Dow Village Government Primary 2019, specially invited guests, parents, teachers, members of the media, good afternoon, good morning, what does he say? Good morning. On behalf of the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, I bring greetings to you, the principal, staff, parents, and the students of Dow Village Government Primary School on the occasion of your graduation. Be the best you, a very beautiful theme. Roy T. Bennett said, you are unique. You have different talents and abilities. You don't have to always follow in the footsteps of others. And most important, you should always remind yourself that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing and have responsibility to develop the talents you have been given. Did you hear me, boys and girls? No, that's not good. Did you hear me, boys and girls? Yes, miss. Okay. Teachers, to our teachers, as we celebrate this occasion, we commend you for your continued professional commitment to the youths of our nation. It is your diligence and hard work in the face of a myriad of challenges that has brought us to this juncture. Take pride in the work you do, knowing that your association continues to work on your behalf to ensure that you can enjoy the conditions that will motivate you to give of your best always. Parents, I remind you that in order to ensure the success of your child, you need to work with the teachers and the school. Your parental responsibility is not diminished now. This is one of your major transitions in your lives. The move from primary to secondary school, right, Dylan? You have closed another chapter in the book of your education journey, and you are about to write a new one. At this stage, you may have mixed feelings: excitement, anticipation, fear, nerves, apprehension, all of which are normal. I assure you that you get an opportunity to write what goes into this chapter of your life. What happens to you at secondary school is what you allow. Create your own personal vision of what you would like your secondary school experience to be. Map out the action that you will need to take to make your vision a reality and chart your course. Remember, it does not matter what school you pass for, but what you do when you get there. It is all up to you with the help, support, and guidance of your teachers and parents. You will succeed. At Tutor, we believe that quality education is your right and not a privilege. We will continue to do our part to ensure that this right is assured. We remind you from the get-go, seize your future with both hands. There's no substitute for diligence, determination, and hard work. All that sums up to attitude and ambition. Remember this: always think of the consequences before you act. Once again, on behalf of the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and may you always strive to attain the highest goal while making a valuable contribution to your school, your community, and your country. May God bless you all. Thank you.
I always have to catch my breath whenever I have to give this speech, because when I look around and I see how beautiful the children look and my parents, it takes my breath away. Every year I do this. School supervisor, one in her absence, Mrs. Jeanette Solomon. Feature speaker, Mr. Jaron Nurse. The Honorable Rudy Indarsing, Member of Parliament for the Cuba South constituency, in his absence, he may be here still. Past principals and other staff members of the Dow Village Government Primary School, senior teacher, staff members, both teaching and non-teaching staff, specially invited guests, parents, students, and today's graduates. Good morning. The academic year 2018-2019 can be described by one word: hectic. I'm sure many of my staff members and pupils would agree with that word. It's been, sometimes it's difficult for me to catch my breath to try to keep up with my staff and you, my students. With that being said, I would like to move straight into academics. In 2018, 38 pupils wrote the SCA examinations. 55% of the pupils were placed in 7-year secondary schools. I want to get a round of applause for that. 45% of our students were placed in 5-year secondary schools. Another round of applause. And with great pride, I say this: we had no resits. every one of our students were placed in a secondary school. That indeed is a great achievement. I want a round of applause here, please. The pupils of the Dow Village Government Primary Schools were placed in the following schools: Holy Faith Convent, Cuba; Miracle Ministries Pentecostal High School. And I'd like to mention this morning when I came, some of my past students helped me bring things out of my car into this function. That just goes to show how nice and helpful and kind they are. Cuba East Secondary School, Waterloo Secondary School, Saraswati Girls, Parvati Girls, Astra Girls San Fernando, Astra Girls Charlieville, Astra Boys Charlieville, San Fernando East Secondary School, Cuba West Secondary School, Carpichaima East Secondary School, Carpichaima West Secondary School, Presal High, and Union Claxton. Our top student for 2018 was Miriam bin Imran. She was do you remember how those of the teachers here? She was the one that gave the speech on behalf of the students, our Victorian. The school participated in the mental mathematics competition. We reached the semi-final rounds. Sporting, we took part in the Yara Games, we qualified for the Caroni District Games. Some of our athletes represented us in the national games. The Dow Village Government Primary School hosted its biannual 5K marathon. Every pupil who participated won a medal. Do you remember that? Kaylee left, every child participated. When I sent in my letter to the district office, there was a query. And the teachers participating in this race, the way I wrote the letter, and with great pride, I was able to say, yes, my teachers participated. They got points for their houses, and of course, they were all winners. We also hosted our biannual sports day. Many of your children, I know you would have noticed, they came home with all these lovely medals. Those of you who attended, I'm sure you were able to enjoy their walk past. I stood in the podium with great pride when I saw these children on sports day. And I was extremely proud when I see how dedicated they were to finish that 5K race. One child was bitten by a dog, unfortunately, but he was rendered medical attention. Even though he was bitten by a dog, he continued to run because he wanted to win. He was given a special trophy for bravery in the face of adversity. Even though he was bitten, he was still competent. I'm happy to report that he's fine and recovering. Repairs. It's still ongoing at the Dow Village Government Primary School. At the Dow Village Government Primary School, we celebrate many festivals. We celebrate Diwali, Eid al-Fitr, Christmas, we celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day, Universal Christmas Day, and next year I will be able to add more. We also had our graduation ceremony. At this point, I would like to mention we have some new staff members. We have some new OJTs, Miss Ramnath, Miss Stephanie Kamal. Also, we have a new BOA, Mr. Marcel Matthew Webster, and a new student named Sinead Redhead. We also have a new cleaner by the name of Michaela Cross. To the new staff, and we also have another new member, ancillary staff. I'm not seeing her here today. To you new staff members, welcome. Tessa Ford is the name of the next ancillary staff. I take this opportunity to welcome you. At this point, I would like to make mention that Ms. Hamilton, Cleaner One, many of you who have attended the school will know her, is retiring. This will be her last function as a member of the Dow Village Government Primary School Ancillary staff. Also, our dear Miss Sandra Guri. I'm sure she has taught many of you parents in the audience or some of your other children. You always come up and say this. This will be her last graduation ceremony as a member of staff. It doesn't mean that it's the last ceremony that she will be attending. Right, Miss Gori? I'm not hearing you. Right, I heard you now. And I'd also like to welcome Shirley. She's present today. She was one of our ancillary staff that retired last year. Next, I move to key stakeholder engagement. Many companies support the Dow Village Government Primary School. Many NGOs, they support the government primary. Education is our passport to the future for tomorrow. Belongs to the people who prepare. Education is our passport to the future for tomorrow. And it belongs to the people who prepare. You understand what that means? Today, if you take your education, you are preparing for the future. Do not take your education for granted. At this point, I would like the graduates to stand. Boys and girls, stand. Look at your parents and say, thank you, mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever is here with you. Just say thank you. All right, sit. They went through a lot of preparation and sacrifices. This was a very expensive. It's very expensive for them to prepare and get the money to pay for all these things you are enjoying today. Right? So you must never forget the sacrifices your parents make for you.
get back. I remember entering Dublin government gates, holding on tightly to my mother's hand as I gazed upon the loving face of our teacher, Mr. Landy, whose calming presence made the first 2 years of the journey very smooth. As we approached Standard 1, Mr. Claus' class, we experienced some turbulence as the work got more intense. However, hugs and picnic chow made the difficulties easy to maneuver. It was at that time that Tashira and Aleka joined my group of friends of Jennifer, Andika, and Christine, creating a bond that today has not yet become unglued. Thunderstorm appeared on the horizon in the form of Mr. Amistad, Mr. Discipline himself. Believe me, some of the boys really needed it. Penance for everything. Talking in class, chatting in the assembly, coming late, fighting, not doing homework. All this writing should have been good practice for SEA composition. Our classmates found a good way out of it by having a weak ladder and regular toilet breaks. Some of the clouds cleared when on arriving in Miss Courtney's class. She taught at the school from the day it first opened in 1987, and we were lucky enough to have her expertise. 2 of my 3 older sisters were also taught by her, and I could not escape the comparison. Thank God it was not in the negative. Miss Courtney would constantly encourage me to eat as she compared the ate like a bird. Oh, how we cried when she retired at the end of 2017. It was also in the standard 3 level that Stephen and Alexio joined our class, with Alexio giving me the nickname Shorts. The sky got a bit blue as we climbed the proverbial stairs of the SEA classes. The workload increased in quantity and difficulty. Luckily, our teachers, Mr. Rajkumar and Ms. Kennedy, like me, short and small in nature, knew how to shorten the work on a Friday, allowing us to have our much anticipated PE. Standard 4 also awarded us the opportunity to be on the school's choir, march past team, and boys football teams. We marched our way to victory in the Yara and District Games under the guidance of Miss Jordan and reached the 2018 National Games. The experience of marching in front of hundreds of people at the Hazley Crawford Stadium is one that I will never forget. Sitting here before you, ladies and gentlemen, are budding footballers in the form of Arian, Mitch, Michael, Sean, Shania, to name a few. Athletes in Aleka, Jennifer, Sean, Curtis, Davia, Maria, who won many trophies in the Yara District Games, and cricketers in the form of Stephen, Arian, and Jaden Benny. When the dreaded SCA practice started, I experienced some strong disruption on the flight. It was competition from both sides. It was Jennifer, my bestie, and Azariah from Miss Kennedy's class. For the first time, I was knocked off first place, and it did not feel good. Of course, I cried, but that only made me determined to come back swinging. I may be small, but I know how to give a good punch thanks to my karate training. It's only through defeat do we know and enjoy those moments when we pick ourselves off the ground and burst through the finish line in first place. Ladies and gentlemen, the mission of our school is to ensure the holistic development of the students. The principal and teachers have taken this mission to heart, and if this graduating class is any indication,